Okay, so we'll continue with chapter number 8. So we have total 10 chapters, so we have 2 more chapters to go. Okay, so it will be talking about hydraulic valve. So in hydraulic valve, you can see the hydraulic symbols are almost similar like pneumatic. So it's like you are studying back, just a little differences between pneumatic. Okay, so hydraulic control section. So valve will always deal with control sections because you want to control something. So either it can be a direction, it can be a pressure or anything. So the power is supplied to the drive section by the power control section in accordance to the control problem. The following component perform this task. Okay, so in control section, the valve involve flow control. So it can be a pressure control, it can be a non-return. You want to control the direction and also the directional control valve itself. Okay, so these are the control elements involved. Okay, selalunya dekat tengah-tengah lah. So control section is at the middle of your hydraulic circuit. So it will start from this side and the power or the actuation will be on top. Okay, so hydraulic valve. Okay, the pressure energy is fed to the actuator through the number of control blocks called valve. Okay, so kita dapat pressure energy. So where you get this pressure energy? Pressure energy ni dari mana? Pressure energy. So what pressure energy is this? So this is referring to the hydraulic pressure. Okay, so hydraulic pressure. So dia akan sampai dekat actuator through valve. Sebab tu dia start dari bawah kan. Even pneumatic pun dari compressor, so dia masuk ke valve baru sampai dekat cylinder. So similar. So yang ni pun is coming from the hydraulic tank. So dia masuk ke pump, so pump will send to the system. Baru dia sampai dekat actuator. Itu yang dibagi tahu dekat sini. So it's fed to the actuator through valve. Okay, dia melalui valve. Okay, so various type of valve are used in hydraulic system to control or regulate the flow medium. So basically kita nak control the direction of the flow of the hydraulic oil. So we want to control the pressure, we want to control the flow meaning the velocity ataupun flow rate. So kita nak kawal dia. So nak lagi banyak ke lagi sikit ke. So we use this valve. So valve ni dia selalu dia masuk, dia ada in and also out. So in, so maybe pressure low, so keluar tu pressure high. So it's for pressure control. And you can perform other special function. So apa-apa you nak buat lah. So using the valve. Okay, so valve in hydraulic system ada 6 jenis. So you want to control the pressure control valve, ada flow control valve. So one way flow control valve. Non-return valve, so meaning it's only going on one direction, tak ada return balik. So dia alang return balik. And manual shut off valve, so you nak tutup manually. And also direction control valve. So kita akan tengok sikit lah on all this. So we start with pressure control valve. So dari nama pun kita tahu apa dia nak control. Dia nak control pressure. Okay, so nanti dalam exam, so what is pressure control valve? Don't say to control pressure. Jangan tulis macam itulah. You need to explain a bit. So oil engine does the work due to pressure in the oil system. So macam mana dia hydraulic system berfungsi? So you are pressurizing the hydraulic oil. So hydraulic oil by itself cannot do work. Sama macam pneumatic lah. Udara, you kena compress, you kena supply, baru dia boleh buat some application. So you nak increase and decrease the pressure depending on the specific requirement. So you gunakan pressure control valve. So pressure control valve ada 3 jenis. Ada 3 jenis: pressure limiting valve ataupun pressure relief valve, ada pressure sequence valve and also pressure regulator. Okay, or pressure reducing valve. So ada 3 jenis lah. Okay, so I just explain pressure limiting valve ataupun pressure relief valve. So certain pressure dah achieve, yang remaining pressure tu dia akan release. Okay, So that's what we call as a pressure limiting ataupun pressure relief valve. Pressure sequence valve dia macam sensor, pressure sensor. So if this particular pressure is achieved, baru dia akan on some sequence, baru dia akan on ataupun off, whatever lah. Then pressure regulator, dia akan cap, that particular pressure. Yang lain tu dia tak akan accept. Okay, so pressure relief valve its task is to limit the pressure in the system to an acceptable value. So katakan sistem you hanya boleh gunakan 100 bars ataupun 200 bars. So lebih dari itu dia tak boleh ambil. So you pakailah pressure relief valve at the control place. So if your system the pressure, hydraulic pressure reach 500, so dia cuma akan ambil 200. So yang lain tu dia tak akan ambil. So like that. Okay. So ini adalah contoh dia. So physically it will be like this. So you boleh control berapa banyak pressure you nak allow. So it's like a knob lah. So you boleh pusing. So kalau you pusing tu, dia akan macam terbuka. So dia akan ada banyak lebih area lah for it to enter. Okay, so in between you will have a spring, then you have a drain, and also you have a poppet. So kalau you turunkan yang ni, so you control, so it will be ditutup. So you can buka ataupun tutup. So depending on how much you control it, so the hydraulic oil will enter. So ini adalah simbol dia. Then you have a pressure reducing valve. So this type of valve is used to maintain reduced pressure in the specific location of a hydraulic system. Okay, maybe in one particular place, walaupun your system can function with 500 bar, tapi this particular section dia hanya boleh accept 100 bar. So you letaklah pressure reducing valve dekat sana. Okay, before the thing enters, so you control that particular pressure only for that particular area. So boleh gunakan pressure reducing valve. So partially block the output port. Okay, and dia ada satu problem lah dalam ni. Not like a pneumatic. So katakan macam ni. So this is a cylinder untuk kemekan kereta. So in a scrap metal ke apa kan. So you have a cylinder to squeeze the car in order to make. So the system will be like this. So you will have a reservoir, ada minyak, kemudian you ada pump. So pump ni akan supply. So in between you can have a valve lah, other valve. But this one I just show this. Okay, so your pump you start. So your hydraulic oil will enter. So cylinder akan extend. So this cylinder extend, dia akan kemekan kereta ni. Okay. So what will happen if dia dah kemek, cylinder dah extend, tapi pump you lupa nak tutup? What will happen? Your cylinder akan jadi bengkak. So dia akan jadi, because you continuously hydraulic oil is entering, dia akan rosak lah cylinder ni. Okay. So and after cylinder rosak, apa yang akan rosak? Pump pun akan rosak. Sebab pump continuously supply, after some time dia jadi panas, dia akan jadi breakdown. Okay, so to reduce this, so kita gunakan mechanism. So dia akan hantar hydraulic oil here. So once it already reach maximum, the remaining dia akan masuk balik. So it will be feedback to the reservoir. So ini adalah satu macam safety feature lah. So this is what a pressure control valve can do. Okay, so it will protect your system, okay, from any damages. Okay, kalau tak, you terpaksa tukar a cylinder, terpaksa tukar the pump. Pump is not cheap. Okay, pump is not cheap. Okay, nanti dekat silap-silap dekat company, so you yang buat silap, komponen rosak, charge dekat your gaji. Tengok gaji negatif. gaji jadi negatif. Macam negatif flashpoint kan. 3 bulan tak masuk gaji sebab nak bayar balik kerosakan. Janganlah macam tu. Okay, so pressure reducing valve. So similar function. Okay, so it will reduce the pressure at that particular point lah. Okay, so similar, you boleh control the knob. Okay, and it will only allow the pressure that you want. Okay. Kemudian kita boleh tengok flow control valve ataupun kita panggil as needle valve. So the flow control valve is most suitable to use as a speed control device. So when you control the speed, the flow, you can control the speed of the flow. Sebab you hanya benarkan certain amount of flow to enter. So it will reduce the speed lah. Okay, so macam ni, so you have a hydraulic tank, so you have a pump. So dia masuk, dia cylinder extend. Kemudian, okay, you ada dekat sini. Flow control. Okay. So you restrict to 5 liter per minute. So walaupun pump supply 10 liter per minute, but you can limit it to 5 liter per minute. So by controlling this, cylinder dia akan extend slower. So you can control this. Okay, so this is the physical product. Okay, dia nampak macam ni. So on top you can see that's like a knob for you to control. Okay, so ini adalah simbol dia. Simbol sama macam pneumatic. Okay, simbol tak berubah. Okay. So the remaining, so macam ni 10 liter masuk, but only 5 liter goes here. So another 5 liter will go back to pressure relief valve and balik ke tank. So you cannot like lepas ke udara macam pneumatic. Pneumatic boleh je, you lepas ke udara, it's not harmful. But here you cannot lepas ke udara ke environment because it's minyak. So you need to have a way to return it back to the reservoir. So dia cuba bayangkan kereta you. So, habis lepas ke udara baru servis, lepas ke environment. Then after one round perlu isi balik. So cannot. It will go back to the tank. Okay, so one way flow control valve. Dari nama pun tahu, so we know. So it's only controlling the flow in one way, one particular way. So maybe dari kanan ke kiri boleh, kiri ke kanan tak boleh. So it has a mechanism. So the symbol like this. So flow control valve, tapi dia ada direction control. Okay, direction control. Okay. So kalau direction dia, so if you can see, so you have like this. Okay. So yang ni kalau you tengok, so this is actually 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, yang ni you boleh control the flow rate. Okay, because it is the flow control. Tapi yang ni dia allow hydraulic oil to go from 0.1 to 0.2 ataupun 0.2 to 0.1. Mana satu yang dia block? So macam ni ke macam ni? Which one? 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Okay. So kalau dekat sini dia akan mai, dia akan dialang. So jangan confuse. Selalunya pelajar akan confuse tengok, oh yang ni, oh direction 1 to 2. It's actually, this is blocked. So flow is blocked by that. Macam bentuk arrow kan. Dia dialang. So maksudnya yang ni tidak tak boleh. Cuma yang ni dia okey. So I always will imagine, so the flow will come, dia akan pass by macam ni. So dia ada macam slope lah. So dia still boleh lalu, tapi dekat sini dia akan dihalang. Okay, so make sure don't confuse with this symbol lah. Ya, sebab kita biasa tengok macam dalam dalam electrical, so kita selalu letak arrow, so meaning showing that it's going from 1 to 2. Tak. Okay, so you need to be careful with that lah. Okay, so it's regulating the fluid flow in one direction and allow unrestricted free flow. Maksudnya dari 2 to 1 unlimited, unrestricted, but from 1 to 2 is regulated ataupun control. Okay. So location of flow control valve can make some difference. So there are 3 types of location. So dipanggil meter in circuit, meter out circuit and bleed out circuit. Okay, so arrangement of the flow control can determine the efficiency. Kenapa kita perlu buat certain application you can do meter in circuit, certain application you can use meter out circuit dengan bleed off circuit. So ada 3 jenis. So 3 jenis ni pun dia ada kelebihan dengan kekurangan dia. So it depends on how you want to utilize. Okay, so meter in circuit. So in this type of circuit, the valve is located in the pressure line leading to the work cylinder. Okay, so nanti saya tunjuk. The flow entering into the work cylinder is first controlled through the valve. The meter in circuit are generally used when the load characteristics are constant and positive. So maksudnya dekat cylinder dia constant. So benda yang you load tu adalah constant dengan positif, you boleh gunakan meter in. For free reverse flow, generally a check valve is provided parallel to the flow control. So example yang kita boleh gunakan, hydraulic table feed on the surface grinder requires control rate of travel. So ini adalah meter in circuit. So kalau kita tengok, so ini adalah the pressure relief valve, your pump. So this is your reservoir. So dia masuk ke hydraulic valve, the direction control valve, so end lever. So kalau kita tengok, so meter in, this one way flow control valve is placed sebelum dia masuk ke cylinder, on the left hand side. So dekat sini kalau you tengok, sebelah sini dia tak boleh pergi, dia dihalang. It only can go this way. So the hydraulic energy will be control dekat sini. So your cylinder akan extend slowly, slowly. So boleh baca dekat sini lah, extension, flow in control, dekat sini dia control, flow out dekat sini is not control. Okay, so retraction dekat sini is not control, retraction not control, flow in pun not control. Okay, so dia punya for retraction. So you try imagine and see. So only the flow in when it extend dia baru control. So if your application need control of the cylinder waktu dia extend, then you can use this meter in kaedah method. Okay, in order to place your one way flow control valve before your cylinder extend port. Okay, then meter out circuit. So in this type of circuit, the flow control valve is installed on the return side of the cylinder so that it controls the speed of the working cylinder by monitoring the discharge flow. Yang ni dia letak dekat tempat retraction port. Okay, the meter out circuit is commonly used in machine tools that requires precise control of the fluid on discharge from the exhaust side of the cylinder. So machine tool like mills and drills often requires large restraining force to prevent excessive pull on the cylinder. Okay, so letak dekat sini lah. Okay, on the ini adalah retraction port. So because for retraction you bagi input dekat sini. So when your oil enters here, dekat sini is not control, flow in is not control for extension, but flow out is control because it cannot pass through here. You need to pass through the flow control valve. So dekat sini you control lah. The retraction you control. For retraction, it's not controlled because it still can go through here. So no need to go through this side. So udara, the hydraulic oil can enter here, and here also not controlled, and flow in also not controlled. Okay, so your certain types of application you boleh control at the exit of your cylinder. And this is your bleed off circuit. So where bleed off circuit dia macam ni. So both side you install with your flow control valve. So mana-mana dia keluar pun it still will be restricted, and it will be managed like extension, and also retraction pun is controlled, because some will go through here. So udara yang masuk hydraulic oil yang masuk dekat sini akan berkurangan. So waktu keluar pun setengah akan lalu dekat sini ataupun sikit lah. So it will extension and also retraction pun will be controlled. So certain type you need this kind of application. So you nak control both side to create damages. So you nak dia move slow ke apa. Okay, boleh. Okay, then we have a non-return valve. Okay, non-return valve, check valve. So it's only allowing in one direction. Symbol dia macam ni. So you can see. So your dia ada dua alphabet, A to B. So mana satu akan ada direction, A to B ataupun B to A. Ya, A to B ataupun B to A. So sama konsep lah. So kalau dari B to A dia sampai dekat sini, dia akan dialang, you cannot go to. But from A it still can go to B. Okay, dia macam ni. A to B. So dari sini dia boleh lalu. So dia boleh lalu. So it's not blocked, but from here it is blocked here. Dia tak boleh, dia dialang. Dia tak boleh lalu. So only from A to B it can pass through. So B to A dia tak boleh. Okay, then we have a manual shut off valve. So, biasa tengok macam ni, dekat pilih rumah pun boleh tengok. Certain place you boleh tutup terus. So let's say you want to do maintenance, selalunya you boleh pasang shut off valve. So you just tutup the flow, then you can do maintenance. So hydraulic oil takkan continuously masuk lah. Okay, so shut off valve is similar like the water shut off valve. So you just tutup. So normally if you turn 90 degrees, dia tutup. If you want to buka, so you just tarik ke atas. Okay, then directional control valve. Okay, so similar like pneumatic. So not much different. Okay, so not much different. So dia ada dua position. Okay, similar. So ada initial position and also normal position. Okay, so normal position normally will be normally open or normally closed. Okay, ni actually I dah cover dalam Edpuzzle. So later I will give you the video. So ada few slides lah, not much. Okay, so this one I will give during Edpuzzle. So kita akan discuss next week. Okay, so ada soalan? Any question? Ada soalan? Ada?